nothing surprise, you know, because he always did same things. He always go forward, push all his opponent. That's why I just have plan what the coach give me. I just follow that plan and that's it. And it's make for me easy, you know.
Was there anything that you were not expecting from Charles during the fight?
No. If you watch all my interview last week, I just tell all media what I'm gonna do in this fight, and I did.
Cara, não tem muito o que falar, não tem muito o que fazer. Hoje ele foi melhor do que
You know, there's not much to say. He basically just got to do what he was. Today he was better than I was. He was able to do things and when I wasn't, and he was able to actually, you know, get his game going, which was basically, you know, put me down and work that. And I mean, there's nothing much to say as much as that.
You know, a lot of talk was about his grappling leading into this fight, but was there anything in there that he did that surprised you? Was his striking surprising to you? Was his strength surprising to you? What was his? Were there any surprises?
Cara, não é surpreender. Infelizmente,
You know, there's nothing. We're fighters. That's bound to happen. There are days that, I mean, today Islam Makhachev was better than I was, and there are days that you're gonna be better than other people. There are days that they're gonna be better than you. Nothing much to do, and we're going to meet again.
I was surprised actually. I thought Charles was still doing okay. I thought Islam would be able to control him a little bit more. I thought he'd be a lot stronger than Charles. Again, obviously Islam looked strong, but you know, I was surprised that you know, Charles was still be able to get up and throw submissions, and he wasn't able to control him as well as I thought he could. And you know, that just makes me more confident because I'm very, very hard. Well, not only to take down, hold down. One thing I always say, especially you know, these little short legs, they're very easy to get back to my feet. So that's going to be one hard thing. Getting me down is going to be a problem. If you do, I'm bouncing right back up, and it's going to be stand up most of the way through. So that's how I look at it. And again, you ain't going to land on me like that because you don't just stand in front of you. I don't just come forward and come in, you know, straight at you in one line. You know, you know, I've got a lot of good footwork and a lot of different looks, and very, very unpredictable. They never know what's happening in front of them, and while they're trying to adjust, I'm making them pay.
If Volkanovski fights Islam in February, is it likely that we might see an interim featherweight title fight?
If he, oh. No, that wouldn't happen.
What did you make of Bilal Muhammad's performance? Another victory over a guy ranked below him.
Performance of the night. Yeah, he looked great. He looked incredible.
So you mentioned yesterday that you're planning to do Colby versus Khamzat in March. If for whatever reason one of those two can't fight, would you consider putting Bilal up against one of those guys instead, considering his performance tonight?
I have no idea. I mean, right here, right now, I don't know, but you know, I'm not thinking about what happens if somebody can't fight. We were just trying to make fights. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no idea.
Definitely feel like I earned a title shot. Me and Leon have unfinished business. We were in the cage together. We were supposed to fight each other. It didn't happen. Obviously, Usman deserves the rematch, but I mean, if he's gonna take some time off, sometimes you gotta let your brain rest. You don't know what's gonna happen when you start coming back training hard. You know, let somebody else fight Leon. Let him get, you know, let him get a little bit more time with the belt, and then we'll fight, and then let Usman get the next winner. Other than that, if they do fight each other, I want to be on that card. And I'm here to fight the best people in the world. I'm going to be the champion. So I don't care who you put in front of me. I just said yes to this guy. So give me who's next.
and wanted to ask you to, Dan Hardy, your former commentator, made a statement this week saying that the last time you guys were in Abu Dhabi for the Max Holloway Calvin Kattar fight, that you had staged a video where you showed sympathy for Calvin Kattar, and it was all staged. Did you see that, and do you have a response to those comments?
I don't understand the question. He said that we did what?
He said it was basically staged. He said like you had a
what
mic
kind of sympathy for? What does that mean?
To make it seem like you were showing concern for Calvin Kattar's health when you really didn't have it.
In what way?
Like he said you had a mic pack on and the camera was on you, and it was kind of all done to show like, you know, sympathy towards the fighters.
Well, I don't even know what that means, but I can tell you this: we've never staged anything, ever. And, you know, we have a documentary that we filmed during COVID. That's why I was mic'd. I've never been mic'd. I was mic'd because of that. And then, are you talking about when I was talking about let's get him straight to the hospital?
Yes.
Do you know how many fights a week I say that to Hunter or Doc Davidson? No interviews, no nothing. That guy goes straight to the hospital. No whatever.
Yeah, no, I've heard you skip post-fight media and stuff like that.
100%. I mean, you guys know how many times that's happened. I don't give a what anybody thinks. So you don't ever have to worry about me staging anything. And I definitely don't give a what Dan Hardy thinks. You know, Dan Hardy's a guy that was mistreating a woman who worked here, and that's why he was fired. So obviously, he's bitter, and I'm assuming that's why he would say something like that. But yeah, I mean, why would I have to stage? Were you at the Calvin Kattar fight?
Yes.
Should I have been concerned about Calvin Kattar?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody should have been concerned about Calvin Kattar that night.
I agree.
So, first question, maybe you know already about conflict between Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov and Khamzat Chimaev after main event, and what do you think about this behavior? Maybe UFC will make restrictions, sanctions to these fighters for this behavior.
What did he do?
They fought.
That's what we do here. That's what we do. This is a rough business. Mean things are said. Sometimes guys get into it. It's our job here at the UFC to make sure that that stuff doesn't happen. Again, we weren't right on it and didn't stop it from happening, but we got in there. Just these things happen. When you get, you know, we have 800 alpha male and females under contract, and sometimes they cross paths at events, and these things happen. It doesn't bother me or hurt my feelings or any of that stuff. We handle it and then we move on.
Nothing surprise, you know. He always did same things. He always go forward, push all his opponent.
It's normal. It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal. You have nothing. It's normal.